like the opening is the Bentley symbol.
It took a sleepless week of data crunching, but I eventually tracked down the location of my friends, locked away in the mysterious towers of Prague. At the moment, they are the unwilling guests of Interpol's most renowned prison warden, the Countessa. While still a criminal psychology student, she entered into a whirlwind romance and married a wealthy aristocrat. Sadly, the union was short-lived, as the general suspiciously died a few weeks after the ceremony. The widowed Countessa put her education and newly acquired estate to work by opening a criminal rehabilitation center. Her pioneering use of hypnotherapy has produced some good results, and subsequently earned her a prominent position within Interpol. My friends are locked up somewhere in the clinic, and are slated for the Contessa's Good Samaritan brainwashing. If I don't bust them out soon, they'll be working a 9-to-5 job selling shoes.
God knows retail work is worse than hell. Bentley saves the gang in Jailbreak. Now, I fucking love the fact that they change up the logo and the titling for this. It's great. First step on ThiefNet. Sell that. You're gonna want alarm clock. You're just gonna want that. Atlas Strength is a direct upgrade. This is another one you are going to want. It is that good. Remember how I said that Murray cannot run or jump while carrying an object or enemy? With this upgrade, he can. Adrenaline Burst. Run like a turtle has never run before. You don't have. It's a speed boost.
I should make my way over to the Contessa's house. Maybe I'll pick up a few leads on the location of Sly and Murray.
This place is really unsettling. The light snow. The dreary music and atmosphere. The muted colors! Oh yeah, watch out for the train, by the way. And as you could have figured out, there are clues and bottles here. You'll be worrying about these things later. Don't worry too much about them. Collecting all the clues and bottles here actually nets you a passive upgrade for Bentley, Long Toss. Honestly, it's one worth picking up. Look out for these statues. And the tank. Look out for the tank. Yeah, that's why I said look out for the statues. God, that's creepy.
Aha! The Countessa is out making her rounds. Wait a second. The feathers on my sleep darts vibrate near sounds. If I maintain my position on top of this parabolic dish, I should be able to hear that frequency at a distance. This is great! If I tag the Countessa with my darts, I'll be able to listen in on whatever she says. I might even learn where she's locked up Sly and Murray.
I would recommend just picking a spot where she jumps to and holding it there.
The Claw Gang is falling apart. Spice shipments have overstocked. Hurrah! I never would have joined if I'd known it would be this easy to disrupt the plan. At least the Cooper Gang is under lock and key. Their lopsided morality flies in the face of man's inherent selfishness. Ah well, they'll see it my way soon enough.
Yeah, the Countessa is a member of the Claw Gang.
Those fools at Interpol. They keep sending me criminals and I keep making money. How come no one ever thought of this before? Hypnotize criminals and force them to reveal where they've hidden their fortune. I'm a genius.
And so modest,
Only I
too.
had more spice to help me with the hypnosis.
Yeah, that's kind of why this is a drug ring.
That blasted Cooper Gang. The fat one. What's his name? Murray. Yes, Murray. He'll be the first to break. I should spend a few sessions probing that feeble mind. I can only imagine the wealth that gang has accumulated over the years. That's Sly Cooper. Such a complex and rebellious mind. A month or two in the hole should break his spirit. Let him squat there week after week. He's seen that the guards along the wall all have motion detectors. There is no escape. Slowly, the reality of his captivity will set in, and I'll get to work on his mind.
Inconceivable! She's
I could
no
conceive it
healthcare
just fine,
professional.
dude.
Why, that's the most heinous crime I've ever heard of. Putting inmates into hypnosis so they'll tell her where they've stashed their loot. It dishonors both law enforcement and thieves at the same time.
Did you miss the part where she fucking drugs
I should
people?
get to work and figure out a way to break Sly out of the hole.
Yeah, did you miss the part where she fucking drugs people, Bentley? Yeah, I know they use spice as a stand-in for drugs. Star Wars did the same thing in Clone Wars. But then that just became the canon explanation behind drugs. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's why I said look out for the tank. Well, that's one way to get back here. That one's not awful, but I don't consider it very useful. Atlas Strength is one you objectively want. It's just objectively worth getting. It's a direct upgrade. Well, a passive upgrade.
That computer is part of a control system for the electromagnetic train. By hacking all the terminals along the train tracks, I should be able to reverse their polarity, thereby turning the train into a giant projectile. Without question, its impact on the prison walls should create a hole large enough for Sly to escape through.
If it lands in the right spot. And this is a new mechanic. Sort of. We briefly saw this in the first game for a whopping one mission, one job.
Nothing like a good computer hack job. Now, the left analog stick should control my cyber avatar.
It's a twin-stick shooter.
Using both analog sticks at the same time, I'll be able to move and shoot in different directions.
Yeah, it's a twin-stick shooter minigame. Also, pay attention to all those along the way.
That's one down. The train should be picking up speed.
Yeah, and that's why I'm going to say look out for the train, because it will fucking kill you in one hit. But yeah, if you look around, you can see the other paths from the train. Like the one we were just on a minute ago. Dun 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 dun. There's quite a few little hacking minigames in this. And while I know some people will complain that this is not accurate to hacking at all, I reiterate with, this is a cartoon platformer where you play as a raccoon.
Two down, 4 more to
I'm
go.
gonna let the train pass first. Yep, yep, yep. The turtle cannot swim. For some reason. Looking like a good old-fashioned bout of homicide. Yeah, this one's somewhat straightforward, but you have these. You have Arab. I was gonna make a mean joke. You're gonna have Arab hacker drones, but because you know, suicide charge. I'm going to hell. Anyway, just get through the code and yeet.
That should speed up the train by at least 50%.
Halfway there. Oh, I'm living on a prayer. A prayer that the train is not gonna hit me. That's why I said look out for the train. Run like hell. Normally you don't want to be running everywhere. I'm just gonna let the pet train pass by before I jump in there. I feel like that's the best course of action. By the way, you can also set the bomb off while you're throwing it if you just want to. Now you got the charging enemies with some stationary turrets. This really is a good introduction to the hacking mechanic in this, teaching you to use the environment to your advantage when getting through the game. Well, it's also weird how no music is playing for this one. Oh, there's the music. I've noticed that this emulation has some weird audio quirks. It's not unplayable, it's noticeable.
Just 2 more terminals.
I like that he checks the schematics of the area, and there's the train, and now we run. Yeah, you can run off to the side to avoid the train, it's just not always really an option. And now, the Hunter defense system shoots at you. This one might take you a few attempts. However, I don't believe it. I don't remember if it resets your firewall or not. I don't think the game is that dickish, but it might be. Just something to bring up. I'd rather not test that theory. right away, and there we go. Get in there.
Yes, the train's at full speed. Now, on to reverse the field's polarity.
And there is where you can go to the Countessa's vault. Like I said, don't worry about that right now. This one's pretty straightforward. Circle around them, break the code down. Don't you do it. There we go. Don't. There we go. Alright. And bloop. Yeet the train!
Trajectory! Bullseye!
Surely that didn't make any noise. Wall bombing.
All the guards along the prison wall are outfitted with a motion tracking device.
Yeah, we know.
There's no way for Sly to escape. Unless I take those guys out with my RC chopper.
This is not a particularly hard mission.
Tension!
Also, I like that as you take each of the guards out,
Anguish!
you can see.
Curses!
I don't believe you can. Yeah, no. It'd be cool if you could.
Please don't let that be the rotator coupling.
Just go along the prison walls and dodge.
Damage
And
alert!
boom.
She's taking damage!
Yeah, you're attacking a prison.
That's for making fun of my glasses. If that was the avionics package, I'm going to cry.
Start crying, as I think it was.
Catastrophe! Come on, baby, hold together. Dang it! Da, 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 da.
I love how he's doing Flight of the Valkyrie there. I'm surprised they didn't use that song. It is public domain.
The motion sensor is offline.
I like that they just let Sly Cooper keep all his
Can you
gear.
read me?
How I've missed that sensuous voice of yours.
Save the jocular comments for later. Do you see that hook above the train?
Yeah?
It's your only means of escape. Jump and hit the circle button to grab hold. Then swing onto the back of the train. I've already established a safe house and downloaded its GPS coordinates into your binocucom. We'll rendezvous there.
Wow, you've really thought of everything.
Don't I always?
Yeah, you do. Thanks for busting me out.
Oh, well, you know the old saying, if you can't count on a friend to bust you out of jail, what kind of a friend are they?
Truer words were never said, wizard.
I like the fact that he calls him Wizard there. Now then, the alarm clock. Like I said, this one is out. Well, it's not officially required. It might as well be. It's a little distraction sound. You just gotta go up to the stairs. Bum bum ba bum bum.
Okay, here's the situation. I've done some deep database crunching and figured out that Murray is doing time in cell block D. Getting him out is going to be tough. As you know, he's not very light on his feet. First, we'll need to get Murray into an isolation cell away from the other inmates. Second, I'll need you to get a sample of the Countessa's encryption algorithm. Don't worry, I'll explain later.
Well, somebody does.
You'll need to pickpocket a few keys from the Countessa, but watch out for her pack of bodyguards. And fourth, you'll have to deactivate her giant attack robot.
Uh-huh.
No, really, Sly, I'm serious. The Countessa has a giant attack robot.
Sure she does.
It just looks like a water tower. Now, once you've pulled off all these jobs, we'll be ready to make a play for the big guy.
Something I will complain about in this chapter is most of the missions revolve around Sly. Murray gets a whopping one mission in this game, and in this chapter, and I'll show you what it is in a little bit. But I'm gonna end this one here. Thank you all for watching. Join me next time on Sly 2 Band of Thieves, as I focus on getting the big guy out of the big house. But until then, I am the Dark Seraph, signing off. Like, comment, subscribe, or whatever. I said subscribe because I want the little rainbow effect around the subscribe button. Quick, how many times did I say subscribe?